So 6 on the clock, quick guard to guard, because again, all the Spurs want to do is hide Wemby in the corner and keep him as the low man. So Mikal recognizes it and just brings his ass up. Quick guard to guard, clear side, allow Brunson to attack him. And now he gets the matchup he wants. But at least these two are on the same page. They both communicate the point switch. Now let's see what happens. Hezzy, one dribble, step back, nope, but he bites. So he jumps out, quick cross back. You attack his lead, force him to open up, and you're taking a tight angle, but he slides. And now you're forced to fade. And you smoke the float. Right, left, going off the goofy, same foot, same hand. And Wemby damn near gets a block. You can see Brunson just couldn't get enough power off that. And then Karl, he can't get the O board. So he's trying to use his size advantage at least. And Vassell, he's trying to put a body. But because he's facing him, he doesn't really have leverage. So Karl's able to swim off him. But then great awareness by Champagny and Fox. Because they both crash, make sure to clean glass. If Karl gets to that first, it's an easy putback for 2. And now I can see Karl, he's looking to exploit his size advantage for cross-matching against him. So he probably wants to seal here against Vassell. And this is ideal because Wemby's up top, 4 out 1 in, he can't affect his play at all. So the help would have to come from Jew. So if he can find an entry on that pass over top, deep catch, he finishes. But of course they can't find it, and he's really struggled to exploit his size advantage against the Spurs guards. But at least they have this advantage. So Josh Hart, he's just going to bring Wemby into the action, high ball screen. Castle, he opens up, he tries a skinny over. He's up, ready to show, help contain the rock. But now you give up the pocket to Hart. So he's going to release and slip. Gets the rock on a short. At the same time, I can see Mikal, he's going to cut through an empty, which makes sense. Because as Brunson's turned a corner, if he beats Wemby here, you want to take it with a nail help. And I'm not even sure why he's looking to communicate a point switch with Champagny. Because these two are already in great positions. Just follow your man. Don't make it complicated. And then right here, as he's emptying, instead of blindly following him, he's going to lag, show in the lane, and then fan out. It allows Vassell to rotate, get a contest, and alter that. And this was a really good job by Fox. Because instead of overhelping and committing to the rock, he's going to quickly linger, show for that split second, and fan out. And I think Josh was looking for the spray, so he wanted to swing. Yeah, you can see he's reading it. And now you force him into an early pickup, and you take it with a spray. And now that allows Vassell to rotate, even though he's a bit low. Because of that early pickup, he can meet him. And even though it's not Wemby, at least it's Vassell as a low man. Because he's a great shot blocker as a guard. He damn near gets that. But then the loose ball foul. So Wemby, you forced a rock out of Brunson's hands. And their coverage is to show and peel. So right here, if the rotations are correct, he's going to fall off to OG. Vassell, you take the rock. And Champagny, you crack and put a body on Karl. But instead of that, he's going to rotate and look for the block. Which I can kind of get. But he ends up overhelping. And this is not a terrible situation because by him rotating inside, essentially it's a switch. So now you put a body on Karl, Champagny, you stay with OG. So ideally, he shouldn't look for this chase down. Just get inside positioning on Carl. Champagny can put a body on OG and just clean glass. But because he jumps, now you give up inside positioning to Carl. And now Champagny's got to stay. He tries to jump, jumps a bit early. Soft miss too, so the rock falls to Carl, and now on that second jump, you commit the loose ball foul. So 7 on the clock, more late clock situations. And of course, he's going to look to attack Vassell, try and exploit his size advantage with bully ball. And I'm not sure why Wemby's not switching with Champagny here. Because most times, when his man is occupying the weak wing / slot, he communicates with the low man, yo, we're going to switch. So now, he would be low, he would be high, so that he can rotate and help contain the rock. But right here, he doesn't communicate at all. Not sure why. So now he's going to drive. But Vassell's there, body to body. He tries to bump off Euro, but he forces him to adjust, and that gives Wemby enough time to still make a rotation. And he's going to make a high rotation. So it still works out, because he still helps protect the rim. But this is all Vassell. Just making it very difficult, slowing Carl down, no straight line drive. Now Wemby's able to rotate from that weak side, even though he's not low man. And I'm not even mad at Champagny for not shifting up and playing 2. Because in this situation, I would rather him take away this spray line and force Carl to make a spray to Hart and give him that dare shot, or force him to play that second side and make a play. So 18 on the clock, I can see a clear cross match. So Mikhail's looking for that entry pass over top, because Carl's looking to exploit his size advantage against De'Aaron. But I can also see Wemby, he's ready to rotate and tilt that. So he's going to help mitigate that advantage, and he's helping off of Hart. So you get the pass, you can't deny it, but now they get off the tilt, and now he's fully trapped. At the same time, Josh, instead of just sitting in that weak corner, he's going to look to cut, but Stephon reads that. And even here, he's going to communicate it. So he points it out. Now you take away that drop off, and now he's completely stuck. But I'm not sure why Brunson isn't looking to drift deep corner. Because even though it is a very difficult skip over top of Wemby's length, by drifting deep corner, now you force Vassell to shift low and play 2. But because you don't, Vassell's playing these 2 for free. He's taking away that line and this line. So these aren't options for Carl. So even if you drift and it's not the skip for you, at least you open up the pass to OG. But because you don't, this is the only outlet now, 1 pass away. And he still gets to it. But he shouldn't, because Champagny should be taking this away. So if you take that away, he takes these away, you take that away, there's no outlets. But I guess he's not aware that behind him, Vassell's playing 2 for free. So now you give him that, unfortunately. At the same time, OG's now going to cut. Yeah, they messed up the rotation here. So after this tilt, ideally, on this cut, Fox would just take OG, and Vassell would be closing out to Brunson. But because he follows his man here, on this cut, now Fox is in no man's land. You're not ready to get out. And Josh is smart enough to just pin his own. And you can see Stephon, he's trying to communicate to Vassell, yo, that's you. But now these 2, even though they're sitting in the same spots, they're cleaning up 3 for free. And now he's wide open, 1 rhythm dribble, set your feet, line up to Tracy. And that's why he got into a rhythm. And this was a subtle thing that I noticed with the Knicks. So because they knew that Wemby was trying to hide in the corner, instead of continuing to put Carl on the wing slash slot, they just put him in the corner. Now he's got a matchup. You find him. Now he gets to attack Wemby. But he's pretty square here, because most times when he's defending the corner, closeout or not, he's on the player's high side, so he's giving up base. But right here you can see he's opened up, but not enough to give base. He's square. So now Carl, he's going to try and attack his lead, go middle, but he slides. He absorbs that. He's sliding with him, tries to get a push off, put him under the rim, but he's able to recover. So he stops on that back foot, launches off, and that's just his length, because Carl creates a lot of separation here. So that's another possession where he's contained the rock. So 10 on the clock now, and basically the same situation. So he's trying to hide in the corner. They find him. And now he's got to defend again. And same thing, he's more square here. So even though he's opened up and giving up base, he can definitely slide with OG here. Let's see, jab. One dribble, but it's a pound. So pound, step back, he jumps. Now he's going to try and counter, but nope, he swivels, opens up, he slides with him. He tries to get a push off, put him under the rim, go up strong, but he gets the block. He slides, he goes up, but then his fingertips gets to that. And that's what? The third straight time he's defending the rock. And he's feeling good too. So now it's 8 on the clock. And you can see everything's a struggle for the Knicks. So we've got Mikal, two-man game. So this is a situation where he was forced to match up traditionally. But of course he's going to help contain the rock. Hits him on the pop. They switch. And he decides to pull from deep when he got the switch. In this situation, you haven't been in a rhythm. You got a small. Why not pump and attack middle? Because now he's on that strong side. If he overhelps and rotates here, and he flies by, he's wide open on that drift. Hit him on the spray. Or you get downhill, he helps up, drop off to him. Maybe you can set a pin for him. He comes off. But regardless, use your size advantage. Touch paint. So I can tell in this situation, they were probably matched up traditionally again. And so it was a two-man game between Towns and Brunson. He got downhill. He helped contain the rock. He drove. And he was forced to swing it because he was probably upping his line. So quick stunt, recover. And now as he's emptying out, they're both on him. And this is fine because, again, their coverage is to have him show and peel. So in this situation, you can just fully rotate. And that's what they do. So he's going to rotate, take him, you take him, you take him, and you take Brunson. And now he's low man again. So you contain the two-man game, and he's in a great position again. You can even see he's communicating with Stephon, get out, get ready to play too. And now jab, he bites, he opens up, he's driving base, but he's there. Push off, he sees it. And because he sees Wemby there, he's going to stop, push off, step back, and take a tough two instead of challenging him at the rim. And now we've got a cross match. Ideally, you want Keldon on him and Harp on him. He's in the corner, but he's jamming him, making it very difficult. They're going to look for the entry. Dill Harp, he's kind of playing his high side. You can see it. He was going to look to gamble. And that's a great pass by Hart. Because instead of throwing it to his outside hand, he's going to throw it to his inside hand because he sees him cheating. So now you get it. You get inside positioning. You burn him. But he recovers. He pulls in. Push off. He overhelps. Now you force him into two-way. He tries to spin, and he pays for it. That's all because he was going to gamble right there. And Wemby, naturally, he's going to look to help. And now he can't open up. He's forced to spin, and he's late. And that's why you want him in the strong corner. So now he's looking to attack early. He's got Keldon, which is a matchup he wants. He's matched up with him. He's going to cut through, give him that clear side. But now he's low man as he empties out. So this is pretty good for Wemby. He's going to pull his dribble out. They're not going to look for the size advantage because they've already got this. Let's see what happens. Hezzy gets downhill. He's going to rotate. He does, but he's late. Step back, tough two. And that's all Keldon. Because he slides. Force him into a step back. Very tough shot. Now it's a BOB. He finds Josh. But we've got Cornet in. And of course, what are they doing? Still cross-matching. Especially when Keldon's in. Whenever he's in, he's going to be matched up with Carl. So now you can cross-match for free. He's going to stagger up the gut. They find him. But he's able to chase over. He's there. Now he's going to quickly show. He's going to peel. No. But he plugs that. And now he's forced to make a wrap on that bounce. Right to Hart. But that works out because that's the shot that you want to live with. You want to force Brunson off the rock, contain his drive, and funnel shots to him. And if he makes it, he makes it. So quick two-man game. Again, because they're cross-matching. He brought him in. He probably slipped out. Got all the way over there. And of course, he was going to show. And now he's looking to peel. And I'm not sure why they're not already in rotation. Because as soon as he picks the rock up and he's looking to peel, it should be him. But you can see they're lost in rotation. But it's Josh Hart. And right here, he should be driving instead of making a swing. Because if you drive, now you catch him in rotation. But by doing this, he can get back. Yeah. Because let's say he drives here. You collapse. You got options. But you don't eat all that space up. You swing. You still catch him in rotation. But it's not that bad because now he gets back to you. He's not going to close out. You try to attack now. And Fox, he was making that rotation. So now he's on that strong side. Now he's looking to get back out. But now he's beat. He's going to stay instead. And now he's got to play two. So he cut. Now they're going to exchange. You lift. Swing. He rotates from that weak side. That's got to be an extra. No. 1-3. Because they ran out of defenders, but they get away with it because it's only 1-3 on the clock. So he has to put that up. Or else they get burned here. Be swing. But this was what Alvarado was doing to the Spurs, where when he was slipping and setting the ball screens, he was making them pay by getting downhill and touching paint. So he's going to bring the rock up. We got Mitch Robin, so now they're forced to match up traditionally. Kellen's going to be on OG. He's going to deny that. So now Brunson tells him, yo, you get into the ball screen. So he's going to come off. He's going to drop. He's going to snake. No, he's going to look to cross back with an in and out. But he slips. He recovers a rock, though. Fox is there. But now he's stuck. He's going to fill behind. Give him the outlet. Now he's going to vacate. Now he's going to make something happen. 7 o'clock. Still Harp's there. But then quick dip of the shoulder. He beats him. Cuts off his recovery line. This is what he does very well. If he knows his man is trailing, he always cuts off the recovery line by going inward. Right, left. He can't help up. And he just smokes the float. Finally, some pace. So get downhill. You've got Dill Harp. One dribble, Hezzy. He slides, you counter, drop dribble, but he's back in front. Quick cross. At least you attack him on that clear side. Bump. Spin fake. Oh my goodness. Step back. He bites. That's a very tough two though. Because even though he bites, you can see, still gets out, still gets a good contest. And there were no other options, were there? I mean, he's loading up, he's hugged, he's cracking, he's ready to help. So now we got Wemby back in. Right here, 9 on the clock, quick guard to guard. Bring Champagne into the action. Get a switch for Brunson if you can. So he chases over that one. Now he's going to flip it for a rescreen. And now he's kind of out of position. He slides. Gets back in front, but he does get the matchup he wants. So Hezzy, tween, behind the back. Let's see. Spacing is pretty good because they have been creating a single side with a shooter for Brunson to attack. And it's always on the right side. Hezzy pull. Nothing you can do here. One dribble, little Hezzy, pull. He contests. What do? Late clock. He's just making tough shots. So now we got last shot. Alvarado, he's going to bring Fox. Because if it's not Champagne, he wants to attack this matchup. So quick guard to guard. Now he's going to reject. So he sees him bite. He's doing a little jab. Yeah, right there. Slight jab. He bites. And now you reject. But he recovers. He's going to open up and slide. He's going to up his line. Get back to his man, though. Because Stefan's got to contain. So he tries to counter right here. One dribble, spin. He opens up. Slides with you on that step. Pull back. Nope. He's there. Body to body. Now you're completely stuck. Now everybody's trying to flash. Everybody else on the Spurs is trying to deny the pass. Now you can only hit him. He's going to fill behind. Give him the outlet. Deep pull. He contests. 13 in the first. So now we've got the second unit. Carl's back in. Stefan's on him. And because Carl's back in, of course, they're going to cross-match. So now he's low man in this situation. He probably came off, either rejected or they weren't looking to switch. And it's fine because now you can funnel him into Wemby. If he pulls in, you shift low, get ready to play two. And he reads it early. And so before he gets deeper, he'll just make the early spray. But now he gets back. So he recovers, but he bites, fly by. And now he's going to drive. You're going to replace. So now he's just going to take the rock. So he'll stay in the lane. You end up peeling here. One dribble. He's looking to take a wide angle to get middle. So he tried to set Fox up here with that in and out. So if he pulls in and bites, you get middle. But he doesn't bite. He's there to cut you off, and now you're stuck. Forced to make a spray. He gets back. He recovers. And you reverse it back to him because you want to attack him in the corner. So now you put Wemby on the rock again. You decide to settle and you get blocked. Because right here, attack him. If he bites, touch paint, keep him in rotation. So now we've got Carl, again, looking to exploit his size advantage for the cross-matching. But as I've said, he's really struggled to exploit his size. And even here, Wemby, he's low man, so he's going to be ready to rotate. And he's going to rip, drive base, and that's what Jew wants, and that's why he's opening up, because you want to funnel him into Wemby. But I can see there's no help for the helper. Because he's loading up one pass away. He's with his man. I'm not sure where Dill Harp is. Because one of these two has to be ready to play too. So if he rotates, you got to cover him. But now he stops early because he sees Wemby rotating. And I can see Harp. He peeks. Now he's going to close out. So they get there in time. He pumps. They both bite. High rip. Get on that back foot. Now players got to get open. And that's a great cut too. Because Stefan's playing 2. He reads that spray. You cut out the slot. But then it's Wemby. He's there. He rotates. Gets another block. They've got to get something. Now we've got more ball pressure. Hezzy. He's not going to break pressure because if he does, they'll just switch it. So now he's going to slide with him, slide with him, slide with him. Now he's going to try and cross back. He reaches. I don't think he deflects the rock here, but on that tween, because he's so jammed, he loses the rock. And then it's an 8-second violation. And they're still stuck at 13, 14 minutes into the game. Just a ball pressure. The way Wemby was defending the rock. And the way he was rotating off the rock. And again, another late clock situation. And you can see the second unit was really struggling. Because Karl couldn't exploit his size advantage. And if they try to use him as the hub for their screening actions, they're just switching it all up. And this is why I was confused about why the Spurs weren't cross-matching to start the finals. Because instead of having him on the rock, by keeping him as the low man or as the help defender, cheating off whoever's in the corner, in this case, they have him cross-match to Hart, which is the right thing to do. You can see how much better their defense looks. And they got a big guard on him, but they give him a clear side to attack. I can see Wemby. He's going to communicate to Jew, yo, I'm going to rotate. So now everybody should fully rotate so that he can be there. But they don't even really have to fully rotate, because if he stops Karl here and he forces him to spray to Josh, you live with that. So they can all actually just stay hugged to their man as long as the pass and shot is being funneled to him. He's going to rotate. He tells him to fully rotate 2. So you take 2, I take 2, you take 2. He's there. He's going to take away his high side. You take away the low side. And Karl sees it, so he's going to go away from it. And he's looking for the pass, but it's not there. So he's going to set that pin in. He's playing 2. But if you make that spray on this lift, you can see Harp, he's poaching it. So he can easily shoot that. Now he's got no options. Big gather, up top. And now he's forced to fade. And he makes a very tough 2. But if this is your offense, Karl making tough 2s, Brunson making tough shots, the Spurs are willing to live with it. So quick guard to guard, I think. They end up switching. Probably a downhill DHO. And we've got Cornet in. And I can see when he's in, they're going to cross-match him with Hart. Stefan's on Karl here. So now if he tries to use Karl as a screener, easy switch. And right here, because he's lifting, looking to flash, he's going to communicate to Hart. Don't follow your man as he empties out. You take him, I'll take Mikhail. Because now you stay low, you get high. And now Karl, he's looking to duck in Stefan right at the nail. He looks for the entry, but you can see he's fronting it. Now he's just going to use him as a screen, which is really smart. Because now on this ball screen, he screens 2. He turns a corner, but of course Cornet, because he already made that switch. Harp, he's going to stun. He's going to pull in. But then he burns. Because he's got to make a 2-way. Mikhail, quick spot up, catch, pull. Tracy. So Hart, he's going to push. Look to generate some pace because they've been very stagnant in that half court. And right here, Cornet's doing the right thing. He's going to communicate with Stephon. Yo, let me pick him up. That's my man because we're cross-matching. And yeah, you can see he's pointing. Because his man is Carl and he's trailing, he's telling him, yo, get your man. Make sure we get our matchups right. Because naturally he wants to pick the rock up. And I can see Brunson. He threatens the flare in transition for Carl trailing. But then he's going to try and slip it. Catch him to bite. But he doesn't. Carter's low enough to take that away. Now that option's not there. And I can see Josh. He actually peeks. But it's not there. So you hit Carl trailing. And he's going to go and catch. Try and catch him out of position for naturally loading up to the ball when he was trying to pick him up. But Stephon's there. So he's going to slide. And this is pretty good because now Cornet's at the slot. So he's not where Carter Bryant is. So if he wants to help, he's got to go diag and make that high rotation. So now Carl's got this single side with a shooter in that strong corner to attack Stephon. Try and play some bully ball. Big gather. But Stephon sliding with him. He goes up strong. And he smokes the bunny. And this is what I mean. He's just really struggled to exploit his size advantage. Because throughout the series, he's been eating Stephon. So we got Deuce, him on him. Carl, he's trailing. And he's trying to tell Vassell, yo, you take the trailer. I'll take the rock. Are you crazy? Why would he communicate that? Because even though you're too low to pick him up, he should be hugged. You should just get out. If he comes down and wets the trail tray, you live with it. And you can see Brunson, he's pointing. Yo, he's open, hit him. But now you're caught in rotation, trying to get matched up. You give him a closeout. Now he's going to peel, which is fine. He also commits. Let me see. He gets downhill. And I can see Brunson. He takes a peek. So he sees, all right, they're getting off this peel. I can't spray that. But because he peeks towards his left, I don't think he realizes Vassell's rotating too. And now as he goes up, I think it's very difficult to go across his body and make that throwback to Carl. Because if he can make that spray, he's wide open. Line up the tray. Now he goes up over two. That's very difficult. So still cross-matching, of course. Carter's on Carl. Stephon's on Brunson. So I wonder if these two went to a two-man game and it got switched. Because usually he'd be on him and he'd be on him. But it really doesn't matter. And this is pretty good because, again, he's guarding him up top. So now he's where Dill Harp is. You can see he's making that rotation. And Josh knows it. So he wants to set that away, have him come to the rock. He's preparing for it. He's already in the lane. Carl tries to drive, but it's congested because he's going to stunt. He's making that rotation. Now he's got to get off. They don't switch this. Because it turns to a pitch. Because he's going to set that ball screen. Vassell's going to chase over. They don't switch. He beats him. But because he's already rotated, naturally, he's at the rim. And now he's got to get back out. He touches paint. You got to hit him on the spray. Now he's going to get back out to his man. But it works out for the Spurs because you stopped everything and forced the pass to him. And he makes him pay. And that's a crucial shot because the Spurs are willing to live with that. And even right here, As soon as he vacates and he's looking to close out, he could even allow this ducking to transpire. Find him inside, 4 out, 1 in. Easy too. What is it now? 12-point game, not the worst, but another late clock situation. So we got McHale on the rock. Quick 2-man game with Mitch Robb. At the same time, Wemby's got to retreat, respect that role. He's looking to make that low tag. He's picking up the rock. So he's going to spray to that weak corner. He skips it. It's kind of high. So now he can get back out. And now, of course, he loves to attack left on closeouts. So Fox is going to stay on his high side. Slide with him. Cut that off. Now he's forced into a bailout. The O-board falls to him, though, and he trays. How did that happen? So Wemby, he's going to look to get a body, but instead of using his back, he kind of turns around and gets on Mitch Robb's high side. So now you have no leverage. You tap it, but it taps out, and then he tries to secure the board, but McHale's there. Tap out again. Keldon, he closes out. He also closes out, but he makes him pay. What is Wemby doing here? Because if he just gets low, gets into Mitch Robb's body, balks him out, Vassell helps, I'm pretty sure he cleans glass. So he's going to bring the rock up, that's fine. He's already got a matchup he wants, so just find him. No. Don't bring Dill Harp into it. Just slip out. Alright, so they don't switch. Because if I'm Dill Harp, I would just switch that. Take Fox off of Brunson here. But he's going to stay. He turns a corner. Now Wemby. I think he communicates to Keldon, yo, crack. I'm going to help up. You can see it. But now because Keldon doesn't crack, he's very late here. You can see Wemby, he's indecisive. Because he knows if he helps up, drop off, or it's an O-board. So let's see. All he can do is try and play 2. He's going to quickly stunt. And Brunson gets to a spot. So let's see. Turns a corner. Fox is sliding with him. Tries to push off. It's right here. Tries to push off. But Fox is still there. And then one rhythm dribble. Stop on a dime. Right, left. Right in that pocket. Raise over top. Tough too. Even here. Because Wemby had to help up for a bit. Mitch Robb's got inside positioning. So if he misses, he might clean that up. So now this is the third time I've seen Brunson looking to attack Keldon on that clear side. So McHale probably brought him into the action, got Vassell off him, and now he got the matchup he wants. And of course I can see Wemby, he's making that rotation, looking to trap the box. At the same time, Dill Harp, he gets down, cracks, puts a body on Mitch Robb. So they're fine here. And Brunson's going to decide against it. He sees Wemby, pump. Nope, I'm stuck. Now because he picks a rock up, Wemby's now going to get back to his man. And Dill Harp can get back to his man. But then right here, McHale, quick flash on that fill behind, and immediately finds him on a reload. Yeah, he's calling for it. So now they got to do it all over again. So Wemby, he's going to quickly tag into 9 and get ready to rotate. 5 on the clock. He's not giving him base here. So he's giving him middle. Let's see. He's going to send a hit. And he just pulls over 2. So very late fire. And I can see Vassell. He sees Mitch Johnson's probably orchestrating it. because Mikhail does the right thing. He's going to cut through an empty out to take away the nail help. But then he's just going to commit. He sees it. I'll just pull over top. Just ridiculous shot making. So now we've got him trying to hide again because Carl's back in. So of course, what does Mikhail do? Bring his ass up. Clear side. Hezzy, he comes off. And that's a great chase by Vassell. Because he gets behind Brunson here. Avoids the ball screen. And you can see Mikhail, he's trying to close the gap. So he's trying to set that butt screen. But he evades it. But you're still forced to concede the switch. Because Wemby sees him behind. He's going to point switch. But they don't have to in this situation because continue going to your coverage. Show, trap him here. I'm not sure why he's so low because let's say he's high. You take away Brunson's ability to turn a corner. You trap him right there. And now he's forced to hit him. And now you can fully rotate. So let's say he's trapped. He hits Mikhail on that pop as he slips. Now you rotate, you rotate, you rotate, and you get back to the weak side and you're still low man. But for some reason, instead of trusting their defensive coverage, he's looking to point switch. He doesn't see that. Now you got two on a rock. Now you're looking to get back, but he's fully rotating. At the same time, he's cutting out the 45. Now you get back. You take, what is going on? And now he finds him on the pop. And he makes him pay. Why did Wemby make this so complicated? All he had to do was show, trap him, and then peel off. But right here, he communicates the point switch with Vassell. Doesn't transpire. Now he's looking to get back to his man. And at the same time, Fox is going to rotate. So he's taking that away because he's filling behind, looking to flash, give him an outlet. And now at the same time, Josh Hart is looking to flash. So now he's got to take that away. And then he's trying to communicate with Fox. Yo, no, you take that away. I'll take that away. I want to stay low. But now he's in a two-way. And he just lifts. And now he's late. He gets burned for it. But that all could have been prevented if he just showed and peeled. Instead of trying to communicate all these switches. So we got Mitch Robb back in. Got Cornette. Let's see. He's trying to set a flat. And you can see he's gesturing, yo, come take this ball screen. He rejects it. He tries to burn Stephon, but he's there. Quick outlet. And this is one thing Brunson does very well. When he's turning the corner and his man or the big is trying to show against him, or in this case, he's trying to slide with him, he gets off the rock early. And now you hit him on the wing, quick flash, and now they're trying to communicate. Vassell is communicating. At the same time, Cornette's communicating. Ideally, Vassell you take, and he meets Mitch Robb because he's low enough to. But now you both break down. Who's going to take the rock here? Now he does. And Stephon saves his possession. Because Mikhail sees these two not picking him up. So now he's looking to attack. But then Stephon, he's going to stunt, faking him picking him up. He's going to fall back. Now he's forced to pick the rock up. But now he's trying to tell him, you stay, I'll get out. You're late. And you dodge that. But good job by Stephon here. Because if he doesn't stunt and fall back and force him to pick the rock up, I'm pretty sure he gets downhill. So now we got a two-man game on that clear side. He's in a drop. He's rolling. I wonder if Brunson got this switch from OG. Because it would be Stephon on him. But regardless, he's going to help contain the rock. He stabs. He's fully rolled. But there's nothing for him. No lob. He kind of puts a body, but not really. And this is very soft from Cornette. because he's stabbing at the rock instead of just fully trapping him here. Not sure why. Because now Brunson keeps his dribble, Fox reaches, but he misses. And now because of that, he's going to split and step through. And now he's lifting, he's playing two, he X's, swing, swing, you're late. Not as late as he should have been, because he takes a wide angle here. Gets a decent flyby actually. But they kind of dodged that too because there should be no reason Brunson is splitting right here. So I can see they veered that. Now Mitch Rob's on the rock. And he's looking to find Cornet on the drop off. But OG's able to reach and knock the rock loose. Estefan's sick. He's thinking, come on. And of course it falls right to Hart. Now he's going to look to push pace. Push dribble to split two. And he also beats Fox on that push. So now you split two, beat Fox. He overreacts. And he pushes you for the and-1. Down 8. And I think they scored 5 off that. So this was a big momentum play. And I'm not sure why Fox decided to push him. Because in this situation, if you don't want him to go up, just wrap him up. Hard playoff foul. But by pushing him, he's still able to go up. You give up the possibility of getting an and-1, which he does get. And you give up a flagrant. It just makes no sense. So now they're only down 3 after trailing by 16. And it's 15 on the clock, so this is definitely a cross match. They find the advantage early. And I can see Cornet, he rotates, ready to tilt. So he's going to stay on his high side and allow him to take away the low side. And now as he looks to spin, drop step, nope, you're greeted. Mitch Robb, he does the right thing, gets around, flashes right under the rim. But Dill Harp's there, he's going to crack. And now McHale, he also does the right thing. He's going to drift, and he's going to hit him on the skip. With Vassell, he's playing 2, he reads it. And this should always be the read. Because you want him to spray to him. As opposed to this. Funnel everything into Josh Hart. So he either has to shoot or make the next play. Right here you get out because it's a skip. And now Dill Harp, he's able to X. You get back to your matchups pretty much. And he's flat here. Honestly, not a great closeout. Because he's kind of wide, and right here on this step, you're not gapping him enough. He should be right here. So that if he tries to drive, because again, he only attacks closeouts going left, you can slide with him. But I guess he's still able to slide. He cuts that off. Now he's going to counter with a spin, drop dribble. It kind of beats him here because now he's low. He goes up and smokes the float. But I don't think he gets countered here if he was more square. Because again, he's too wide. And now we start the third. I think Carl was in foul trouble. So they had Mitch Robin. I can't exactly remember. But of course, he's pushing pace. Quick pitch back. And now Stefan. He jumps. Tries to chase over. Which he kind of does. But it turns into a double drag. So now he's low. He can plug that. But now he's forced to show. He's going to roll. You got 2 on a rock. And this is what I was referring to. So if he sees that this is taken away because he can make that high tag, and he sees the big sliding over to show, instead of forcing some sort of pass on this roll, he'll make that quick get off, hit whoever one pass away, and allow them to catch him high with a high-low. So now you swing, and you make that pass as he's rolling. Because now you catch Wemby. And right here, does he? No, he doesn't. Because he does take it away. He's kind of late here. But right here, he decides to pull from deep. Which I don't think he has to. Because you can see Fox, he's kind of ball watching. So on the swing, rip base, you catch him for being too high, and you catch him high. Because he had to show here and help contain the rock. So if he rips base, you get to the rim. If he rotates, he drifts, deep corner, you hit him. And now because he's making that tag against this roll, he can't X. But by settling here, you kind of bail these two out. So 8 on the clock. What was the score? Down 5. The game stabilized at this point. And maybe nothing happened here. So he swung it to the second side for Mikhail to play off a ball screen. Clear side 2. Comes off. Wemby. He's going to show. He's going to show. He's rolling. I can see Champagny. He's kind of low here. So he's kind of rolling. And you can see Wemby. He peeks and he sees him getting behind him. So instead of fully committed to the rock, he retreats. And that gave Mikhail just enough space to get off this float. And that's because this backside was not ready to tag. If Wemby peeks right here, as he's trying to play 2, and he sees that Champagny's already up and meeting him in the middle of the lane and ensuring there's no roll, he would be more comfortable committing to the rock. But because he sees him slipping behind and he has no idea where Ju is, he can't commit. So now he's kind of in no man's land trying to play 2 and not really getting a great contest. And there's nothing Fox can do because he's behind. So quick pitch on this 2-man game. Maybe he was in the corner. He was trailing. Quick pitch. He's coming uphill. Now he's going middle. And right here, Stefan quickly closes the gap. Gets into his body. He's able to skinny over and evade the ball screen. Wemby, he's up. Slight show. But now he's rolling on that clear side. And Ju's quite hugged. So can you hit him here? No, he can't hit him on the roll. Because he's lower than Wemby right here. So if you lob that, I'm pretty sure it's 2. He would be late. He's too high. But as he's turning the corner, he can't really turn tight. Because Stefan jams him right here. As he looks to close the gap. So now he's got to take a wider angle. And now he's got to attack a side of 3. Because look at the spacing. So Fox can just plug low and stunt for free here. Which he does. And now that forces him into an early pickup. Now he's going to tuck the rock. Big hop. Get to your spot. And now he's stuck. So now the roll's not there. You can't hit him because of the spacing. And I can see Josh. This is what he does very well, and I've said this many times before. But he's very good at setting pin-ins. So he's looking to pin his own and open up OG in the corner. So he wants to give that line to Brunson. But it's also very difficult because it's congested. So even if you pin your own here, and even though he's pulled in, he can easily shoot that. But he just makes something happen. Big hop, raise up, pull over top, tough 2, soft bounce. Look how simple the game is when Mitch Rob's out there. They just use him as a screener for high ball screens, whether it's Brunson or Mikhail. And he just has to turn the corner, make the right reads. But right here, I think he rejects. So now he's out of position. But Stefan, he's opened up. He's sliding with him. And right here, he's going to pull in, which is the right thing to do. Because you want to force him to spray to Hart in that strong corner. You're not concerned. You'll just get back. And I can see right here, Fox, he's going to lag instead of following Mikhail on that empty. Not sure why. Because if he ups his line, you can't empty. You're not going to be forced to make that rotation because he's there to contain the rock. And he should fully commit, which he does here. Make sure he picks the rock up and gets off it. And now he can fan out. And of course, he's going to catch. Instead of getting base, which he should in this situation because he's on his high side, he only attacks left. Him and Lou are the same way. So now on the catch, he's going to attack left, and he still beats him. But now what advantage do you have? Because your advantage on this was to rip base, get downhill. If he rotates, he dives, hit him on the drop off. If he's late to crack or he does crack, he drifts, you hit him on that spray. But because you tack middle, you just run into him. He helps up, he cracks. I guess it was still kind of workout, but he should have ate all this space up. But because he doesn't, he tries to go middle. He sees that as he's looking to vacate and spot up, he's going to lag for a split second. Now he's not comfortable getting middle. Now you're forced into an uphill DHO. Nope. He reaches, denies that. You got to swing back up top, play the second side, which is fine. Because now OG's going to attack, jab. He's opened up. He attacks. He's going to stunt. But now you're going to get caught. Deep drift, catch, pull. He misses that too. So he stunts, recovers pretty fast actually. Pretty good flyby too. But that's still makeable for Mikhail. And there's been a few of those where he's missed. So he's going to sit the flat, look to break pressure. He gets over, kind of cleans him up. Now he's turned the corner. Champagne. He doesn't want to switch here. So he's communicating to somebody. Yo, step up. And I can see Wemby. He's communicating something. So Wemby's going to slide over. And Fox does the right thing. You put a bot on him. But then he's going to cut off his recovery line, hit the spray, and now he's wide open. And this is, again, what Brunson does very well. If his defender's ever trailing him, off a ball screen or not, he's so damn good at cutting off the recovery line and going inward. And even here, he's mastered the break check foul. So he'll stop on a dime. His momentum's taking him forward. He runs into him, 2 at the line. But right here, he cuts him off. Essentially a snake. And now you pulled him in. And because De'Aaron had to get inside and crack Mitch Rob here to take away the drop-off / lob, now he's wide open. He lifts. You can't get back out. This serves as a pin-in. So he kind of pins his own. He's wide open. That's Tracy. So now we got 18 on the clock. It's only a 9-point game. So it's still stabilized. And I can see he got an early switch here. So Hart probably brought him into the action. Got him the matchup he wants. And now you just got to get your spacing right. And whenever he's looking to play ones, they do a side of 3, shooter in that strong corner, and give him that right side. Now you vacate empty out. And another thing I've noticed, the Spurs started upping their line off that strong corner. So you can see he's going to lift, sit right there in high help. Right here, he's going to pull in, look to plug, provide nail help. So they're more in the gaps, but they're not as heavy in the shell compared to the way they were against Shea. Because again, they respect the others on the Knicks more than they did the Thunder. So let's see. Jab, turns to a slight Kobe shim. He attacks, but he slides with him. Big push off. Now he's on his back foot. Brunson reads it. Oh, now you can't recover. One dribble. Set his feet. Pull over top. And that's another tough 2. And this is why your best bucket getter needs to be able to operate in the mid-range, because any pocket in these areas are a kill spot for him. And now, even though you're in the gaps, because he can just pull in this pocket, there's nothing you can do unless you commit a hard double. No idea why he has the rock, because there's no way the Knicks are looking to play pull splits through him. But I can see they went small, and I think that's because the Spurs, they might have picked up 4 early, so 1 more would have meant the bonus. And so the Knicks couldn't continue playing Mitch Robb because then the Spurs would just hack-a-shack him. And then obviously Carl, he was in foul trouble. So they were forced to go small. Quick swing. Of course they're going to cross match. Now he's going to set that away, DHO. So it's going to be a zoom. Get him to a strong hand. But Cornette's up. So he's ready. He sees it. He's going to slide. But as he turns a corner, little hezzy, in and out, burns him, beats him around the corner. He tries a stunt, slight swipe, but he tucks that. Look at this. So as he's turning the corner, he sees the stunt. He's going to tuck the rock, bring it across his body to avoid that swipe. At the same time, he's going to use his off arm to take away his hand. Now he gathers. Quick 2. And Vassell, he doesn't make the rotation. I guess because he's also got 2 hands on him. So he can't really. But if he does, it's a drop off. Because you can see on that weak side, he would not be ready to rotate. So he's going to push the rock. They're looking to get matched up. I can see he's trying to point to Champagny because he's running wide. And he's trying to point to Stephon, take the rock. He could definitely hit him here because he's running wide to fill that weak corner. But he also sees that Stephon's picking him up low. I'm just going to get downhill. I see that gap. And because he's low here and there's a gap between the two, he's going to use that space to get a big body bump. So boom, right there. Hits him. He's on his side. He can't open up. Now he's going to bump off. Euro. Stephon tries to open up, but he's too low. Cornette, he's going to pull in, try and help. He goes up strong though. Soft touch. Early drag right at the 47. And you can see Wemby does not want to step out. And that's why you got to set him right there. Because if he steps out and he gets burned, Brunson's got all this space to get downhill. So he wants to stay near the arc. But then because of that, he sees the ball screen. Brunson's going to set up with a hezzy. Cross. He bites. You reject. He's so damn good at rejecting. It's crazy. And now you can see Wemby. He's also out of position. And now he's trying to slide over. He sees that he's beat. Now you're forced to veer. He comes down. Hezzy pull. Over top. Tracy. And that's all because he's scared to step out. And this was a shot that I thought would be an advantage for Brunson because their bigs are usually scared to. But they've been showing and peeling. But right here it's very difficult because of how high this is being set. Hezzy pull. Decent contest. And that should have been a clear flagrant. Look at his ankle. That shit is damn near touching the floor. Jeez. How did Hart fall? He just runs into him. So now 7 on the clock. I can see JC. He's looking to cut through and empty out because the spacing's off here. Again, you want to create a side of 3 and that single side with a shooter in that strong corner for him to go towards his right. But instead of fully emptying out to that weak side, He's going to occupy the strong dunker. So now he gets to continue sitting there and upping his line. And Vassell communicates the point switch. So he's saying, yo, you're good, stay there. I'll play these two. And I'm not sure why he's not fully emptying out. Because now his boxes and elbows. He's going to shade him. Brunson's still going to try and attack. He shifts just a bit, but he's still there. Quick stunt. Not overhelping. But I can see on this blind side, Fox. He's looking for that blind side fire. And Brunson, as he turns, he misses it. And I don't even think Brunson sees him here. And most times, it's going to be a spin fake because he's not looking to turn right shoulder. Most times, he's looking to turn left shoulder, which would make sense as a lefty. So as he's looking for the spin fake, I don't even know if he sees Darren. Darren reaches, he misses. Still gets a rear view contest. He misses, but I don't think it affected his shot. Let me see Dillhart. Yeah, he bit on that. Now he's on that back foot. So he doesn't get a contest. And this rear view contest doesn't really affect him. So he just misses. But right here, I think if he sees Fox, which I assume he doesn't, he would spray. Because now he lifts. He overhelps in this situation. You spray 3-6. He can make that. Or you can even swing. Because now he fully emptied. And you can see Vassell. In case he beats these two on a split, he wants to be there. But now you're also overhelping. Because if he splits, you should follow him, get to that weak side, and allow Wemby to trap the box. And you just have to crack down and put a body on Mitch Robb. But now because they both overhelp, you can see it's a spray or it's a spray, swing. So I can see the Knicks took out Mitch Robb. And they're going back to small ball, which is fine. Now he's going to set the ball screen. JC, he's cutting through and emptying out just in case he turns a corner. But he's going to take the ball screen here. And Dillhart, he jams him. He forced him to go middle here. And now Wemby's up. So he's ready to help contain the rock. So now as he turns a corner, he's stuck. Quick get off, one pass away. And this is what I mean about Brunson. If he knows he can't race the big here, he'll just make a quick get off. Instead of trying to force this pass over top as he releases on the short. Quick get off, and now as he rolls, you hit him on the high-low. But why is he so late here? Maybe he could have raced him even more? Keep him engaged? Allow him to roll deeper? But he kind of stops his roll. So he's kind of popping it. So maybe he expected a pass over top. But now you're late and Wemby reads that. So instead of catching Wemby high here and him getting behind, now he's low enough. He's too high. He reaches. And he gets a deflection. But he gets to that 50-50 because Keldon, he pulls in, but he's late. So he recovers a rock. He falls. What is going on? So Keldon falls. Wemby doesn't see it in time. So he's thinking, you've got the rock now. I can peel for you. Now, as he's looking to get out to not Wemby. As he's looking to get out to OG, he turns his head. Wait, you're falling. I gotta help contain the rock. And at the same time, JC, he makes a face cut because Drew opens up. He's ball watching. Uh-oh, I'm late. Turns into a quick pitch, but he's there. And now he's forced to stay in the lane. He gets a deflection again. So he fans out wide here. Now it's a 50-50 again. He recovers it, but then he reaches, He gets to the 50-50. Both of them are running for it. Now they're in a scramble situation, out of position. He gets up, he sees it. He's got to make the rotation. Drop off? No drop off. So he's going to go up strong. He's vertical, high hands. He smokes that. Crazy possession. So we got Cornet back in. Let's see. Early drag. Hezzy, he comes off, but he doesn't make contact. He's also turning a bit wide, so I can see Dilharp. He's going to skinny over, but of course he's going to be up. He's ready to show and help contain the rock. And again, it's an early get off. So instead of trying to race the big and force his pass over top, which won't be there, if he doesn't make contact here, he should just slip. Why is he holding that for so long? Because now he's going to make that quick get off, one pass away, and again, they're looking for that high low, but he's not ready to roll, and he's way too high. But he bounces it. So it does kind of work out. And now he's looking to peel. So now I can see Champagny. JC, he's emptying out, but he knows he's low man. So now he's going to help up. I can see he's in a full sprint, looking to peel, and he's ready to play too. So now he catches it on the short. He sees him. He backs up. He lifts. Swing, swing. No swing, swing. Touch pass. You catch him in rotation. He catches. He attacks. But now they get back. Let's see. But now he's in the lane. He's got to vacate. Keldon, he slides. Pump, slide. Force him into a step back from deep. So that's what, the third or second straight time where he's made the right pass, but they couldn't exploit the big for being high. And here, get downhill, engage him, drop off. Because if he gets all the way downhill, you force him to help up and force him to react. Now he's wide open in that dunker. So 8 seconds to go, down 15. So they went from stabilizing the game to slowly losing control of it again. I can see it's an elbow entry. I think he wants a chase here, but Stefan's holding crazy, just making it into a wrestling match. Now he can't break free, or maybe he's looking for a pin DHO, so a zoom for JC, or he can loop around, flip that, rip DHO, come off. But regardless, nothing really transpires. And now Hukporti, he looks it off. Let's just play the second side. But now it's him in a ball screen. He comes off, pulls over top. Tracy. That's a big shot because how often is Hart coming off a ball screen and pulling from deep? Again, you just have to live with that because you took that away. If you force him into this, late clock bailout, nothing more you can do. Now on the BOB, I think it was a screen to screener. Quick rip for him. Now he's curling off the up. He chases over. He skinnies. But good job by Wemby. He's there. Quick show. And now he doesn't want to pull. Hit him on the pop, which is fine. So you take that away. But now they go through their progressions. It's going to be a backside. So pin DHO. He comes off. On that hop, it's like a hezzy. Stops. He doesn't help up. He gets 3 at the line. Let me see. So Dilharp stays attached. Kind of gets clipped here. A little bit of a butt screen. But he still chases over. Chases over that one too. Makes contact. Brunson's going to make you pay every time. So now he's pushing the rock. And we've got Fox picking him up. So that's pretty good because it's not Harp or Vassell. He's going to get downhill. But Ju, he's going to load to the ball. But now because he does that, JC's running wide. Quick bounce on that get off. And now as he looks to recover, he's on his high side. So now JC has him hostaged. Keep him on your hip. Get middle. And Wemby doesn't want to help up, which does make sense. And he doesn't even stunt here. Because most times when he's playing two, he's going to stunt and fall back. But he doesn't even want to do that. Because he's concerned about Mitch Robb diving middle. Because if he does stunt here, let's say, and he leans two forward, lob. And you can see Dill Harp, he would not be ready to crack. But because he doesn't help, and Ju got hostaged, now he's way too low, he can't recover. Wide angle, and soft touch on the float. 9-point game, 10-7, 2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. He's got Vassell, not ideal. You definitely want Champagne or Fox, but at least the spacing's right. So that's one thing they've done well consistently, is making sure the alignment is correct. Right here, shooter on that strong side of three, he can get to his left. Most times, it's been for him to get to his right, but it doesn't matter. As long as he can see space, in and out, he's sliding, but he beats him. And this is what I mean about just the way he cuts inward. He's turning tight. That's making it very difficult for Vassell to slide back in front. And then he's able to cut off his recovery line on that hop. And at the same time, he splits. So big gather, split. He tried to provide nail help. He couldn't because he's going away from it. Now he can't really get back in front. Wemby's forced to help up. Drop off? For some reason, Fox, he's not cracking here. Does Wemby communicate? Let me see. He does. So you can see, he sees that he's driving, and on his look back, he's basically communicating to Fox, yo, be ready to crack. But on this hop, he doesn't put a body. But he's there though, and Vassell, he can't recover, so he commits to a flyby, and now Wemby's fully committed, gets a good contest, but then he cleans up because, again, Fox does not put a body. What are you doing? Why are you ball watching here? Because you can see Wemby, he's even hesitant. He's going to swipe and then realize, no, I have to contest. And now he's under the rim wide open. And now he tries to put a body. Look how late he is. And now Wemby's just sick. So now it's the start of the fourth. Back to the second unit, down 10. Of course, they're going to cross match. So we got Vassell back on Carl. He's going to match up with JC in the corner. Try and keep him as the low man. Now Carl, he's going to set the flat. They don't switch this. So Vassell sees Fox chasing over. Maybe he's thinking, yeah, he can shoot that gap. But he gets clipped, and now he's getting downhill, looking to touch paint. And Wemby, he's going to pull in, but at the same time, Castle is too. And it should be Castle's rotation, so that you can stay in that strong corner. Because if he helps here, spray, he can't get back out. He can't help. And you can see, he's looking to make that rotation. But Wemby stops, sees Stephon, he rotates. Now Keldon, he's got an X. And then they both X here, but I guess he doesn't see this. Because as he sprays, now Alvarado's right there in that strong dunker. As he's looking to X, so is he. But it's not Fox's rotation. He's also looking to peel off. So he's expecting Wemby to take it, and he'll take JC here. Now he's trying to make a two-way, but I don't know why these two are so concerned about a swing to Josh Hart. And he doesn't even see this, because he's thinking swing, swing it back up top to him. But his man's matched up with him. So now it's a pass fake. De'Aaron's able to get matched up with Alvarado now. He gaps you. You're forced to pull from deep, but you tray. There's nothing more Stephon can do. Again, give him that dare shot. But he's made a lot of timely ones this game. I think that's his third. So now you swing up top. Let's see. They're matched up traditionally here. He should cut through. Swing it to Karl. Give him that clear side to attack him. But I guess not. So now he's going to lift. They do a point switch. He catches, but he's kind of late. Now you give a closeout. Catch, rip, attack, but he's there. He slides with you. You're stuck. Turns into a downhill pitch. They switch again. They do, but he pulls that. Makes that over top. It is kind of a late switch though, because right here on this pitch, he's low. And now he gets a clean look. And he doesn't need much airspace to get his shot off. So even though it's still a pretty good contest, still a bit low. And it should have been in his body, making sure that he can't even raise up. 9-point game. So kind of stabilizing the game. Second unit is definitely doing better in the fourth compared to the second. And I can see they're matched up traditionally here, even though Vassell is on Karl in this situation. But because I can tell Karl, he's looking to fill the weak corner, that's now forcing Wemby to match up with him. Because again, he's matching up with whoever's in the corner. And again, that was a very subtle adjustment that the Knicks made. Instead of keeping him on that weak wing to put him as the high man, he's just naturally staying low. So now you force him to match up with him. In this situation, if you see this, you cut through empty, get him the rock. Allow him to continue attacking Wemby. But obviously he can't read that. Quick guard to guard. Use him as a ball screen. You come off. You clip him. You get downhill. He makes a rotation. He's kind of late. Early pickup. That was a nice move too. Because you can see they're still way too hugged. They're not ready to rotate. And now he sees it. He communicates, yo, play two. I'm going. But he's trying to go diag. Alvarado gets off his float. I don't think Wemby makes contact with the rock here. No, he doesn't. It's just too strong. Maybe he tried to rush it. Same foot, same hand. 8:38 to go. 10-point game. Yeah, you got to bring Brunson back in. And the same thing. So they've got the cross match. And because he knows it's going to be an aggressive switch, quick get off, one pass away. But now it turns into nothing. Because now they get off the switch. You try to find him for the high-low, but you can see Karl. He's holding the ball screen and he's not slipping and rolling. So on this catch, there's no line. So they get off the switch. You're forced off the rock. And now you got to make something happen unless you can find him again. But he's going to deny it. He's going to deny that. Now you got to attack Champagny. Jab. You feel the contact. You kind of flail. But he's sliding with you. He's sliding. Wemby, does he commit? No. Very tough finish. Big gather. You cut him off. Go inside. And I'm surprised it's not an AM1. Because he tries to get the block. He doesn't. He makes contact. Very bad fall, too. Jeez. And I'm also surprised Wemby doesn't fully commit. Because he's ball side here. But maybe he doesn't feel comfortable. Because the rim is there. He can use that as a shield. And I'm kind of also surprised. As soon as Shaman gets here and he sees or feels Wemby, I'm surprised he's not hitting OG on that slight drift. But I guess he's not fully in the deep corner. So 14 on the clock. And I can see the Spurs are matched up traditionally. So that means the Knicks can use Karl as the hub. So now they've got him at the high post, looking for their flex. And Brunson's going to slip it. He's going to go back door. But Karl hesitates. So Karl sees it. Pass fake, pass fake. So maybe he's hesitant because Wemby's sticking up and tracking the pass with his right hand. I'm not too sure. Because Brunson makes a great slip. And you can see it causes confusion between Stefan and Vassell. Vassell's kind of pointing, yo, you stay. And then he points, yeah, you stay too. But it's kind of late. So as he's making that back door, he's stuck on his back foot. Fire that. Easy too. But again, he's a bit hesitant. And this is a great backdoor too because Vassell sees the flex, so he's trying to stay body to body in case he curls off. But because of the way he's positioned, now he's just going to cut backdoor. And you attack the lead. He can't really open up. They get confused on that slip, but there's nothing there. So they get away with it. But now it turns into a screen to screener. Can he get a handoff? No, he can't. Yes, he can. So he's coming off. No handoff. Stefan tries to get into his body, chase over, but he gets clipped. He curls off, bounce pass. He gets it, gets to his spot, spray. So Dale Harp doesn't stun here. I'm pretty sure he can do it for free because he doesn't really have a line. That's fine. He touches paint. At least Champagne's there. He sees it. He fans out. But you give him an unnecessary spray line. And he just got a quick lay and a quick tray. So that was kind of dangerous. Quick handoff. He turns a corner. He chases. He tries to go under to cheat. But he's there. You're forced to veer, I think. He nashes. At the same time as he gets base, he's going to lift. He's going to fill back. You hit him. Brunson, he's kind of ball watching. Tries to fan out. A bit low. Now you give him a closeout to attack. He's going to go middle. He looks for the lob. But OG breaks that up. So they did veer here because there's no way they can get back to their man. But this is fine because it's OG. And just look at the way he gets low. Puts a body. But that's also a terrible lob. And for some reason, the Spurs have forgotten how to throw lobs to Wemby when he should be the easiest target of all time. Look at the trajectory of that ball. It's dying way too early. So now it's a jumping contest. And even if OG doesn't get a hand on that, Wemby still has to go across his body and guide that in. I don't know why they stopped throwing that bitch all the way to the top of the square to where only Wemby can catch it. They started throwing them right at the rim or below the rim. Just doesn't make sense. And of course it's going to be Hart. He's going to make sure we secure that. Push. Now he's running wide. Quick cross court. Early get off. Hezzy pull. Pump. You bite. Let me see that again. Hezzy. Pump. Yeah, he bit bad. He's going to lean in. Initiate contact. It's going to be 3 at the line every time. And I've noticed they've given up a lot of these. Interference. They don't switch. But OG does make contact right there. Slight clip on that brush. And Brunson sees that. So he's just going to burst. Let's get downhill. And that actually engages Dill Harp. Instead of following his man, he decides, nope, I'm going to pull in. But Stefan's sliding with him. He's sliding with him. And Brunson reads it, so he stops for a split second. Slight stutter right here. And now he's looking to get back thinking Stefan's got him. But all he ends up doing by pulling in here is confusing Stefan, I think. Because Stefan sees him stop for a split second. But I guess he's also pulled in. Now he gets burned. Vassell, he's late to rotate. Because I don't even think Stefan's beat here. Even though he's trailing, I guess maybe he is on this stutter. Because he looks to the corner here. He sees Wemby. He's upping his line. Now he looks. He sees it. So instead of stunting and recovering, he's got to get back. That's ridiculous. Right there you can see. Slight peek. Engages Wemby. Nope. And now as soon as he gets back, he's beat. He's way too late. Yeah, because he was following that empty. So he doesn't read it in time. I guess Stefan does get beat. I'm not sure if Dill Harp affected this though. It looks like he does. Because he's kind of in his way. But I don't even know if he sees it. I think he just bites on this stutter right here. One dribble. He's going to pull his dribble back right here for a split second. And I think he catches them both off guard. Now he gets to the rim. One hand pickup. Quick 2. So 9 on the clock. And now he's got the matchup he wants. And I think it was OG that brought him up. So he was probably in that strong corner. And Wemby was looking to hide. So he said, nope, I'm bringing your ass into the action. And then him and Dill Harp, they were forced to concede the switch. And now Brunson's got him on that clear side. Let's just see what happens. So Wemby's going to open up, which kind of makes sense. Because now you take away base, you force him middle, and towards his weak hand, and towards the side of help. Vassell, he's going to communicate it. You stay high, you're nail help. I'll stay here. At the same time, Mikhail, he's cutting through. I can see Josh, he's pointing. Sit at the dunker. But why would he sit at the dunker here? No, he's going to fully empty out. Which makes sense. So now you get to that strong corner on the Danny Green. He's communicating it. Yo, Champagny, you follow him. So you're a low man here. But let's see. Hezzy, cross, Hezzy, tween. He bites. Turn the corner, tight. You cut off his recovery line. And again, he's mastered these angles. He's turning tight. He knows that Wemby's trying to slide and recover. Go inward, give him a body bump. Make sure he can't recover. And now you create separation. Now on that one dribble, you pump. Does he bite? Nope. And now you see an opportunity. He's on your hip, on your high side. Full extension scoop with the right. And he finishes. Because if Wemby bites on that pump, it's a foul. And he wanted to test him. Because on that bump, he's recovering. And most times, he's going to overreact, especially as a shot blocker. But he stays disciplined. But now Brunson reads it. All right, I just got to go up. Finish with the right. But I'm confused for multiple reasons. First off, if he's going to send him middle, where's the help? Why is everybody hugged? Because I can see they communicate this slight switch. You're nail help. Why are you not plugging that? No stunt, no nothing. Nothing from you. And then you communicated to him to follow the empty. Now you're low man. Why are you not helping up? So I guess they're just leaving Wemby on an island? Because nobody's helping here. I guess he almost blocks it, but I don't know if that's ideal. And another thing, why was Mitch Johnson not sending hits? Because he's a coach that's willing to. And throughout this game, yes, some of the others on the Knicks, they made timely shots, but not enough to prove that they can do it consistently. Whereas Brunson, he proved throughout this game he will beat you single-handedly. So why not just force the rock out of his hands? So we got this. Champagne on him. Bring his ass up. Try and get a switch. Of course he's hiding. But this is still pretty good. Shoot in the strong corner. Let's see what happens. He comes off. And again, Brunson knows it's going to be an aggressive switch. Immediate get off one pass away. But for the fourth time, what is Karl doing? If he just slips this, as he jumps out on that aggressive switch, and as he looks to chase over, it's an easy high-low. If he rotates, he can cut out the corner, drop off, or spray. He's open. He's got an X. But they get nothing off these early get-offs. But this is fine too, because now you get to switch, reload, and I can see Hart's pissed because he's telling Karl, yo, cut through, get out. But now he's going to swing it to him because this is also a mismatch. Let's see. Quick rip, attack, but he slides, push off. Now you're forced into a step back from deep, even though you got a size advantage. Right here, you don't even need to swing it to him. On this reload, you got to cut through an empty out, give him this single side, shoot it in the strong corner, going to his strong hand, and now he's stuck in that strong corner. He can't really affect this. So 5 to go. Again, the open floor. What was it? A 2-point game. He's going to push. OG. He tries to get behind the defense, has his hand up. Brunson, he reads it, but the passing angle isn't really there. So now he's going to run wide, which is fine. Now Brunson's going to get downhill, attack Vassell, pass fake. And that forces Kornet to fan out because he could help here because Vassell is beat. But then on that pass fake, he bites, he fans out, and Vassell, he kind of takes a wide angle, getting off his body. And I think that's because he expected Kornet to take the ball here. But because he bites on that pass fake, he's fanning out, he's also getting out. And now he's got that lane. Goes up, Vassell tries to recover, and he damn near gets a block. Holy shit. And this is why I say he's probably the best shot blocking guard in the league. Because he does this consistently. Even though he runs wide here, he still kind of recovers, goes up, and Brunson's able to put just enough arc with a soft touch to lay that in. And that's not easy to do because not even Shea was finishing over him in transition. 12 on the clock, 4 to go, down 2. And I think this was the last lead the Spurs had, being up 85 to 83. I can see looking to attack him in the post on that clear side. And look how hugged they are. He's loading up, providing nail help. But Wemby, he's not looking to help. Because if he was concerned, he would already be flooding. So if he does try to attack base, he's there to tilt. But I think he's so concerned about leaving Mitch Rob's body, just in case he crashes and cleans up on the old boards, he's going to stay on that weak side. Because against the Thunder, really against any star player, he'd already be there. But you can see he's kind of scared to. So now you give him all that space to attack. He's going to try and go middle. Nope. Champagny. He's going to plug that. Drag him down, drag him down, drag him down. And now you can see Wemby, he sees it. I want to get out there, but I'm also scared. He's got a 2-9 one more time. And on this 2-9, now you give Brunson base. Let's see, one dribble, set him up on that step, turn around, left shoulder. That's makeable for him. But that was great defense by Dill Harp too, because on an earlier possession, he bit. But right there, he doesn't. Stays disciplined. Gets a great contest. And look at Wemby trying to put a body. Doesn't really. Mitch Robb doesn't really look to crash. Same team. Hits off his face. And he's out of bounds. And it just kept getting worse and worse. 7 to go. 3:47 left. And I think the reason Karl was not on the floor was because he fouled out. Because that's the only reason I can think of. I just can't remember exactly when he fouled out. But now let's see. Quick swing. Quick hand back. He gets the switch. But it's Vassell, so it's fine. So now he's going to vacate, empty out. High rip. He's in his body. 3-7 left. Got to make something happen. Mitch Johnson, I'm not sure if he's calling for the hit. Maybe he wants Dill Harp to commit. But he slides with him, and spacing is not great. He's shot ready, but Fox is able to up his line. Now he's forced into a step back. He leaves his feet. Pound, step back, pump. He bites, he leaves his feet. But he gets back on his feet quick because he doesn't fully commit. But now he's going to initiate contact. And the refs are going to blow the whistle. But that's why you just cannot leave your feet, especially in this situation. If you have him contained, you're closing the gap. Just keep your hands high, stay vertical, and don't leave your feet. And this was the third one of this game. And it should have been 4 if they called the flagrant on Wemby's closeout. And even throughout the entire finals, they've had so many undisciplined fouls from deep. It's just ridiculous. And this was the one that gave the Knicks the lead. And I'm thinking back to one Champagny had in the corner against OG. I can't remember which game, but that was also a very big one. 10 to go. Quick guard to guard for sure, because I can see a switch. And no, Karl was not fouled out. So he probably picked up his 5th, and Mike Brown decided, let's just play Mitch Robb for a couple minutes, and then with under 3 to go, we'll bring you back in. Which does make sense. And I can see he's looking for Chase, and right here, Wemby was probably matched up with him, but because he sees this chase happening, potential blind pig on this flash, they're just going to pre-switch. So now you get down, you're a low man, you get up, take this ball screen. I think that's why Brunson stops right here. Because he's going for the chase. But he either feels this pressure or he sees Dill Harp, so now he's deciding against it. Because again, they can just switch that. But this is fine too. Just get out, because now he's got this size advantage. Even though Wemby is low man, you have all this space to attack. He checks the clock. He's in his body. He opens up, wanting to send him base so that Wemby can rotate. He rips, attacks. He's there. He's going to pick up early too. Harp's kind of in his body. Now he's got to take a leaning float. Does Fox put a body? Yeah, he does. But he slips in front, inside positioning. He secures the O board. But then he smokes the bunny. Let me see that again. I don't think it's a block. So now I can see a numbers advantage. It's a 5-on-4. And I think he made a quick cross-court throw ahead, looking to exploit this two-side. But now Wemby can just pick the rock up. Now he's forced to get off it, hit him on the trail, swing to him on the trail. So trailer to trailer. And now as he catches the rock, instead of following him as he empties out, he's engaged. At the same time, Fox is going to pull in. So now you got two on the rock. Dill Harp's back in the picture. He can easily just take Brunson in the situation. And now it's a swing. Because right here on this swing, instead of following, he decides to pick the rock up. And I'm not sure why. Because that should be Fox. You follow, you take. Everybody's matched up. But now you got two on him unnecessarily. And I can see Karl. He's trying to make this read. But Wemby's on that line. So he can't. So now he's going to swing to Josh Hart. And allow Josh Hart to make the swing. And even here, great awareness by OG. Instead of just spotting up, just cut. Josh Hart sees it. He makes a swing. Wemby, he's got to play two. He sees it too. Now he backs up. He's reading it. He tries to fan out wide. But he can't reach the rock. He catches. Strong gather. He's late. And it's a goaltend. So great awareness by OG to not just spot up. If they're all high here, just get backdoor. Good awareness by Josh Hart too. But right here on this swing, I don't even know if he realizes he's cutting. I think instinctually, he's going to swing to the corner. But then he reads it in time, and you can see that's why he's like, oh shit. And then he sees it. You can see his head slightly turn. Because he was going to swing to the corner, just out of instinct. And then he sees it, and he's able to make it in time. It's a bit behind him, but he gets there. He's thinking, holy shit, alright, that's good. And then Vassell, I don't think he saw it. So another breakdown. Now they're up 2, 8 on the clock. He got another switch. I can't remember who it was. But now I think this is when Karl fouls out. Because we got Mitch Raw back in. But let's see. Single coverage. This is straight ones. Tween. Hezzy, tween, behind the back. You cut through, empty out. Both of them do. Give them that clear side. Hezzy, get base, step back. And now Wemby can't get ball side, so he's in the outside of his play. And that's why your best players have to be able to operate in the mid-range. If your best player can't do this, or your best bucket getter can't do this, you're done. But step back, very tough too. Hits top corner. Great individual defense. What was it again? 88-88. And Stefan's looking to pick him up right at the 47. Get right into his body. Press him. But Brunson reads it. Now he's going to dip his shoulder. Easy blow by. So Stefan is overplaying him here because he can't slide. And once he gets that angle on a tight turn, you're done. And again, look at the way he just goes inside. So he peeks. He sees that he's beat. He knows that Stefan is trying to recover. And now he's going to go inward, cut off his recovery line, keep him on his high side. And now there's nothing Stefan can do. And he's going to stop right in that pocket. And I can see Wemby. He's going to communicate to to Vassell. Yo, crack, I'm going to help up. But because of that early pickup, Wemby's late. Doesn't even contest. Quick float. And Wemby actually doesn't commit. Because he's looking to help up. But then he turns his head to check. And I think it's because he's so concerned about leaving Mitch Rob's body and allowing him to clean up on the O board, he doesn't want to commit. Even though Vassell is there. So maybe he's not trusting of Vassell? Not sure what it is, but now they're up to 44 to go. He got the matchup he wants. Side of 3, single side, shooter in the strong corner. Can't remember if he makes the shot or not. See, Hezzy, cross, tween, he's sliding, and now I can see Mitch Johnson. He's going to orchestrate the hit, send it, and now everybody's going to lift, try and provide an outlet. But Brunson, Hezzy, he sees it. Quick cross, attack away from it, get downhill, split. Wemby, he's rotating. He doesn't want to commit, but at least he forces Brunson into an early pickup because he's got to tuck the rock. Wemby's there. He cracks, takes away the drop off. Spray to the weak corner. But I'm pretty sure in this situation, OG just drift deep corner. Spray, you're wide open. But holding this line, Brunson can't get that to him because Vassell's sitting on it. But he's able to wrap that, hit him. And now Fox, he's got to try and close out. He's late. But they dodge that. And again, this is why if I'm Mitch Johnson, he should have been setting the hits earlier. And now with 26-1 to go, up 3, all the Knicks had to do was secure the chip at the line. But for some reason, they all had the free throw plague. And it started with him because he split, then he split, then he split, then he split again. And that was just giving Spurs unnecessary chances to potentially force OT. But on this one, Mitch Rob was able to secure the O board. And let's see. So they've got Castle and Wemby even makes early contact. So they're trying to sandwich him, trying to push him off the spot, but he just can't out-muscle Mitch Rob. And I'm not sure why he's trying to face him. Because if you're both upright, you do not have the strength to push him. So why not just turn your back, get low, and try and get a lot of leverage and allow Castle to clean glass over top? Because by trying to face him, you can't really jump because you got both hands on him. Castle, he's late to jump. And Mitch Rob somehow breaks free, even though you're holding on to him for dear life. He gets both hands on that. Kick out. Now you're done. Look how sick they both are. He's sick as hell. So is he. And it's crazy because he was saying, I'm in your head. But psychologically, Wemby could not figure out how to box him out. And at times when he was supposed to rotate or help up, he was scared to leave Mitch Rob's body because he didn't want Mitch Rob to eat on the O boards. And he's hyped too.